Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to chat with you guys about some money stuff because it is Frugal Friday. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Corina if you're new here. This little guy who's going to be playing in the background is Elias, our 1-year-old son. He is 14 months and this is Kiki. It's a little crazy around here. Today I'm going to be chatting with you guys all about our discussion that my husband and I have been having of combining baby steps 2 and 3 on our debt-free journey. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I recently shared in a life update that we have some changes to our budget coming, and I explained the reason behind those changes. If you have not seen that video, I'm going to link it right here so you can check it out, so that you can watch that and get an understanding of kind of where we're coming from and what's going on in our life that has prompted this change. So since this change is taking place, we're actually honestly like right in the middle of experiencing this life update for our family. My husband and I have been talking a lot about what we're going to do with our budget, if we are just getting right back onto baby step 2, if we're going to pad our baby emergency fund a little bit, or kind of what the next step is in our financial journey. We are looking at a few different milestones that we want to achieve over the next 2 years. The first is that we want to grow our family in the next 2 years. Our son will be 3 at that point, and we feel like between 2 to 3 year gap is a really good spot to have another baby. So we're hoping to do that within the next 2 years. But the other big milestone that we want to hit in the next 2 years is to get the rest of our debt paid off and build an emergency fund. Now, those things are pretty labor intensive. We have a plan mapped out for just attacking our debt straight, like head on, just going for it. And that would actually take us through a little over a year's process. So if we just go straight in with tackling our debt and knocking out baby step 2, that'd be about a year's process. But there are other things that we want to achieve and accomplish and make sure that we're safeguarded against in the meantime as well. So we have considered combining baby step 2 and 3, which baby step 2 is to pay off all of your consumer debt aside from your mortgage, and baby step 3 is to build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. If we were to do this, combine baby step 2 and 3, we would build probably a 3-month emergency fund in that time, and we would essentially kind of map out a plan for what that savings would look like at the end of 2 years and just break it up into chunks over the course of that time and put the rest of the money on our debt. However, I don't know that that's the route we're going to take. We are honestly... So we have kind of gone back and forth about this for a little bit. What we are going to do is over the next few months, so through the end of 2019, so for the next 3 months, which takes us through October, November, and December, we're basically just going to see how this change affects our family and what our income actually is going to look like. It's going to take me a while, probably about, well, it's going to be until my 2nd month before we're actually getting my true income. And honestly, maybe even longer than that. It might be my 3rd check by the time we're actually seeing what my income's truly going to look like once we take into account benefits and taxes and all of that stuff. This first check we're anticipating is going to be short because I didn't start at the beginning of the month. And then the second check will not have benefits taken out is my assumption. So with that being said, our 3rd check is really going to be the one that tells us the true picture of what our finances are going to look like and what our new budget is going to be. So it's going to take us a while to get used to things. And honestly, what Dave says when you are starting this journey is to give yourself 3 months to get adjusted with your budget. So that takes us right into the start of the new year, which is 2020. And really that gives us a really good time to get accustomed to our budget, to these new changes and what that's going to look like for our family. And that also takes us right to January, and if we do decide to just attack baby step 2 first, that means that we would have a fresh, clean start in January to begin our debt payoff, and we would essentially be trying to get all of our debt paid off within that next year. That's a lot, you guys. We're looking at about $25,000 still that we have left to get paid off. We have crunched the numbers, we've done the mock budget, and based on our numbers and what we're just estimating, we will be able to hit it, but it's going to be very tight. It's going to be real tough. So that's kind of the options that we're weighing out right now. The pros I think there are pros and cons to both options. For us, I think it would make sense to combine baby steps 2 and 3, but I do also see a case for keeping them separate. However, I think with a child, with a home, it's really something that you have to look at from your just personal family perspective to see what makes the most sense for you. Are you comfortable with a smaller emergency fund, just that beginner emergency fund? Or do you really need and truly feel that for peace of mind, you should have a $3,000 to $5,000 emergency fund? So like I said, I really do think that it's a personal choice, and it's really based on your family situation. If you're in a stable work environment, then you obviously would want, if you're in like a stable work environment, you know your job's not going anywhere for the most part, then you can definitely plow through your debt and not worry about having a small emergency fund. But if you're in a place where you feel like your job could be a little bit at risk, or you have a lot of things coming up, or you could have home repairs that you're anticipating, then obviously you might want to beef up your emergency fund while paying off your debt as well. So guys, that is our journey and just kind of an update as far as where we are with the baby steps and combining baby steps 2 and 3 and what our thoughts are on that. So let me know in a comment down below what you guys would do if you were in our situation. Would you combine them? Would you keep them separate? What would you do? Let me know. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single video that we share. And like I said, we are getting back to Frugal Fridays, so I'm going to be sharing a lot more money tips and frugal living basics and how you can live your best life on less while reaching your financial goals. I'll talk to you soon, friends. Have a great day. Raise your hand. Bye-bye. Good job. Good job.